Hello everyone, this is Varaprasad and I am presenting you the daily current affairs which are useful for SSC, RRB and other government examinations. Let us start the session. RBI creates 500 crore rupees fund to boost payment infrastructure. The RBI has created a Payments Infrastructure Development Fund PIDF to encourage acquirers to deploy points of sales infrastructure both physical and digital modes in Tier 3 to Tier 6 centers and northeastern states. RBI will make an initial contribution of 250 crore rupees to PIDF covering half of the fund, while the remaining contribution will be from card issuing banks and card networks operating in the country. Over the years, the payments ecosystem in the country has evolved with a wide range of options such as bank accounts, mobile phones, cards, etc. To provide further fillip to digitization of payment systems, it is necessary to give impetus to acceptance infrastructure across the country, more so in underserved areas, the RBI said. The PIDF will be governed through an advisory council and managed and administered by RBI. "2020 World Archery Field Championship in Yankton, USA have been postponed until 2022 in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. The event was due to take place in September this year at the NFFA Eastern Yankton Archery Center, the world's largest dedicated archery facility, which has previously hosted the World Youth and World Indoor Championships. World Archery and Yankton Organizing Committee took the joint decision recently to safeguard athletes' well-being and due to restrictions still in place because of pandemic. WA World Archery said in a statement that it decided against a one-year postponement because of a cramped calendar in 2021. Yankton is also scheduled to host next year's World Archery Championships. Biocon's executive chairperson Kiran Majumdar Shah has been named as EY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2020, becoming the third Indian to win the title. Uday Kotak of Kotak Mahindra Bank and Narayana Murthy of Infosys are the other title winners from India. Shah was picked from among 46 award winners from 41 countries and territories vying for global title. At its core, entrepreneurship is about solving problems. The greatest opportunities often arise at the toughest times, and that's been my experience throughout my entrepreneurial journey. My focus is global healthcare and provision of universal access to life-saving medicine. However, my responsibility as an entrepreneur is greater than simply delivering value to shareholders, said Shah on winning the award. I feel so humbled and proud that I won it from my colleagues and my country, she tweeted. Tech Mahindra, a provider of digital transformation, signed a joint declaration with UN Global Compact urging governments to align their COVID-19 recovery efforts with the latest climate science. Tech Mahindra reaffirms its commitment to achieving net zero carbon emissions while calling on governments to prioritize a faster and fairer transition from a grey to a green economy. By moving towards a zero carbon resilient economy, Tech Mahindra aims to reduce carbon footprint emissions and will conserve energy using new age technologies like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence and blockchain, according to a release. Furthermore, an internal carbon price of $10 per ton CO2 has also been implemented by the company to boost green investments and have also adopted a low emission technology path to increase the use of renewable energy from 1.7% in 2016 to 18% in 2020. Tech Mahindra has also set targets to increase the renewable source of energy to 50% by 2025. In the last 5 years, there have been 5,000 patents filed in India as compared to 1,000 in the previous 5 years, a study has revealed. According to the report titled Internet of Things, Driving the Patent Growth Story in India by National Association of Software and Services Company NASSCOM, there have been about 6,000 Internet of Things patents filed in India from 2009 to 19, of which over 5,000 were filed in last 5 years. According to the report, while 70% of patents came from multinationals, 7% came from startups, and 95% of Internet of Things patents relate to hardware components. Around 60% of patents were filed by electronic manufacturers and 13% by IT/ITES companies. Of all the Internet of Things patents filed, 40% filed have been granted. WCD Ministry constitutes task force to examine issues related to lowering maternal mortality rate. Government has constituted a task force to examine issues related to age of motherhood, lowering maternal mortality rate and improvement of nutrition levels. The task force will be headed by Jaya Jaitley and it will submit its report by 31st July of next month. The task force set up by Women and Child Development Ministry will suggest suitable legislations and amendments in existing laws and also chalk out the detailed rollout plan with timelines to implement these recommendations. The task force will examine the issues related to infant mortality rate, maternal mortality rate, total fertility rate, sex ratio at birth, child sex ratio, and any other issues pertaining to health and nutrition. It will also suggest measures for promoting higher education among women. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in her budget speech for 2022-21 has announced to set up a task force for women. World Food Safety Day is a new concept that started last year itself, and this year the world will be observing the second World Food Safety Day. Now it will be celebrated on every 7th of June across the globe. The theme for 2020 is Food Safety Everyone's Business. In the year 2019, Geneva Forum and Addis Ababa Conference organized and observed the very first World Food Safety Day under the very concept of Future of Food Safety. World Health Organization is appreciating the efforts of different member nations along with United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. The theme for this year is Food Safety Everyone's Business. The aim is to raise awareness about the different foodborne risks and the measures of how to prevent it. The campaign will also spread awareness that how food safety is very much important and related to different other important factors of life such as human health, economic growth and many others. Also the day will surely ensure in building up a connection between food safety and other elements such as agriculture, sustainable development and market access. The Securities and Exchange Board of India (SEBI) approved the regulatory sandbox framework for stock market ecosystem. The term is used for live testing new financial technology solutions on customers without having to be fully licensed but under strict regulatory supervision. SEBI's new framework allows live testing on a small set of customers for a limited period of time. Entities regulated by SEBI shall be granted certain facilities and flexibilities to experiment with fintech solutions in a live environment and on limited set of real customers for a limited time frame. These features shall be fortified with necessary safeguards for investor protection and risk mitigation. SEBI said the framework is based on a discussion paper floated by a regulator a year ago. Senior BJP leader Chandrakanta Goyal, mother of Railway Minister Piyush Goyal, died at her residence due to old age. She died late on Friday night. Piyush Goyal shared the news of her death on Twitter. In a tweet, he said his mother dedicated her entire life towards the service of people and inspired others to do the same. Chandrakanta Goyal was a corporator in Mumbai for one term after the emergency. Later, she represented the BJP from the Matunga Assembly constituency in Mumbai for 3 terms. The last one of the session is Yatra terminates 2,300 crore rupees merger pact with US software firm Ebix. Online travel company Yatra has terminated its pending merger agreement with US-based software firm Ebix and filed litigation against it in the state of Delaware seeking substantial damages for alleged breaches of terms of pact. Hivix had signed the agreement last year to acquire Gurugram-based Yatra Online for enterprise value of $338 million in all-stock deal. The complaint seeks to hold Avix accountable for breaches of its representations, warranties, and covenants in the merger agreement and an ancillary extension agreement and seeks substantial damages. Yatra said in a statement, Avix conduct breached material terms of agreements and frustrated Yatra's ability to close the transaction and obtain the benefit of Yatra's bargain for its stockholders. We are providing you the PDF of this entire session in the description box below. People who want to download the PDF can go to the description box and click on that link so that you can download the PDF. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe to our channel for more updates. Please give your valuable suggestions in the comment box.